Let's get your stock picks. Rowan, where are you seeing opportunity at the moment?
Yeah, so we mentioned a little bit earlier in the show, RCL Foods. It is one of the companies that was unbundled out of the Remgro stable, and also it was split from Rainbow. Rainbow Foods is a chicken business, which is sort of commodity and quite cyclical. RCL Foods does have a commodity element in the form of the sugar interest, but it also importantly has a groceries business. And they recently came with a trading update. The numbers look particularly good, sort of heads up around 15%. So it's trading on a historic P of about 6 times. We expect it to pay a good dividend, which will give it a good dividend yield. And I think the prospects are good for the overall portfolio in terms of earnings growth. We have seen the food manufacturers being fairly defensive and actually doing quite well. So I think the stock is a little bit sort of forgotten because it was partly unbundled out of Remgro, and it's just I think a good quality business at a very reasonable price. So this is a nice time to pick up stock when it's likely to declare a dividend in the short term as well. So a nice cheap entry point to a quality operation.
And what about you, Chantal? Where are you seeing opportunity?
I'm looking at the kind of small mid-cap space. It used to be a mid-cap. It's now a small cap, Metair. So Metair put out a trading statement yesterday that was really, really solid. Not only did they guide for a really nice rebound to profitability, but one of the big key issues for them has been that the perception that they are supplying into the motor vehicle manufacturing industry into South Africa. That's their biggest client. Their biggest client actually is Toyota South Africa. But they indicated very clearly in that statement that none of their OEMs actually export to the US. So they are not directly impacted by tariffs, but I think that the market is discounting them being very much impacted by tariffs. Added to that, the balance sheet has been a bit of a pressure point for them, but importantly, they've restructured their debt, and they haven't breached any covenants in the last 6 months, which I think is great to the extent that they've actually been struggling over the last few years. AutoZone, I think, is a very interesting acquisition. They're bedding that down nicely. They expect it to start being earnings accretive next year, which I think will be a great sweetener for them. And they've restructured some of their more complicated businesses and JVs. So it's a cleaner operation, and I think a lot of the risk out of it now. Trading on a forward PE of 2.6 times. I think it's a steal. And if it's a steal to investors, it could be a steal to an outside investor, perhaps looking to take it over as well.
So Metair and RCL Foods ones to look out for. Thanks so much for your time and sharing your insights today. Now that was Chantal Marx from FNB Wealth and Investments and Rowan Williams from Nitrogen Fund Managers. Do remember that Stockwatch pre-records on a Monday and Wednesday at 1 p.m. and is live at 6:30 p.m. on a Tuesday and Thursday, while Stockwatch this week is live at 12:30 p.m. on Fridays. Keep that in mind and keep your questions coming. For now, that's all from Stockwatch this week, but do stay tuned for lots more coming up right on Business Day TV.